What's wrong?
Things didn't go well at the bank. It's tough times, and they're calling in a lot of guys' notes. I don't think they're going to loan to us for crops next spring, and I didn't even mention putting in the cattle.
Carl, what are we going to do?
I'm so mad. I just want to punch something, but then I remembered that we don't have health insurance.
Well, even if we lose the farm, we'll still have each other.
Don't say that! That is not going to happen.
Sorry, I just meant that some things will work out somehow.
You're right. We gotta try something different. We gotta do something else to make some more income. At least that's what Ferris said. And George and Mildred and even Blake.
So you were listening?
Yeah, the whole town must have been listening.
Is that a smile?
Maybe your flower idea will pay a few bills. At least it's some money that's not tied to our bank notes.
Really? You really think there's something I can do to help out?
I don't see how I can keep this farm running and head to town every day. If you want to try this, go ahead, but understand that we don't have much to put into it.
Oh, Carl, I never thought I'd have my own business. My own small business.
Let's sell the rest of these so we can get out of here. I think the baby's going to get health insurance.
Oh, Mom, Dad.
Oh, what a surprise to find you here.
What brings you here all this way?
Dad's day off. We thought we'd check Mildred's going out of business sale. That's such a pity.
What are you selling?
Flowers from my garden.
Oh, they're just lovely.
Actually, this is the first day of Becky's new business, raising flowers. We're planning to plant a few acres next spring.
Really? What kinds?
Irises, peonies, maybe even some gladiolas to begin with.
What could you possibly do with all those flowers?
Start a nursery, Dad.
Sounds like a lot of weeding to me.
And how you gonna pay for this nursery?
We'd finance it with the sale of our hay.
Sell your hay? Well, what are you gonna feed your cattle next year?
Well, to tell you the truth, the bank may not even loan to us next spring. This drop in land prices, we show a loss.
You mean the little bit of cash you got coming in, you're gonna waste on this cockamamie flower notion? I can't believe you'd even consider not feeding cattle. That's your bread and butter.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, the cupboards are getting mighty bare.
Yeah, but you don't know anything about commercially raising flowers.
I know a lot about raising flowers, and the rest we'll learn as we go.
We gotta try something different. If we just keep farming the way we have, we'll just keep losing more money.
You keep up this crazy thinking, you're gonna find yourself sitting on the curb with my daughter and grandchild and no roof over your head.
Well, if you're so smart, how come you had to quit farming? Not taking advice from a quitter.
You watch your mouth. I've slaved in your place for nearly 30 years, and I'll weather plenty of dry spells.
Frank,
It didn't take 1 decade to bring you to your knees. Just look at you. You call yourself a farmer. A real farmer never abandoned his feedlot for a flower garden.
I'm gonna farm the way I want to. You understand?
Fellas, let's not talk
Well,
about
I hope you're unsatisfied with the man you married, because now you're going to have to earn the money to feed his bank.
Frank!
I think you better go, Dad.
Yes, Dad. Frank. It's time to do our shopping at Mildred's.
I'm wasting my time here, that's for sure.
Oh, Frank, they're just trying to make things work just like we did.
I know.
Be proud they're not throwing in the towel.
I know.
You can't back Carl into a corner and expect him to listen to you.
I know. I didn't mean for it to go that far.
We couldn't find the answer to the farm crisis. Maybe the kids have an idea. At least they're thinking outside the box.
That I should be the one out there. I should be the one choring and working the land.
I'll be glad you don't have to work so hard anymore.
I know. I don't have any business telling those kids what to do, but my experience should speak for something.
Get along with Carl for Becky's sake. Oh, he could use your help, especially with the baby coming.
That would mean eating humble pie.
That's what that would mean, but take small bites and you won't choke. Now go on back there and talk to Carl. I want to check with Mildred. I'll take care of the errands.
Carl?
you want, Frank.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to shoot my mouth off.
Sometimes a farmer has to plow new ground, Frank, to improve his yield. It's time I start doing that. I can't just keep hanging on.
I don't know why I act the way I do.
Anger. It makes me real angry to be forced into change after 4 years of back-breaking work. I'd like to punch someone, but there's nobody to hit.
Well, I know. It's even harder to change at my age. Plow's mighty dull.
Well, I'd say you still cut pretty deep.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carl. I know I give too much advice, but it's been hard giving up farming and being the boss.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it out on the family.
You serious about this flower thing?
Well, Becky is. I guess that means we're in it together.
Think you might need some help planting all those flowers, son?
What made you change your mind?
My heart was left on a piece of land, out in the country working with my hands. And now I dress in a suit and tie, working to live, but my dream won't die.
And it's alright if you can change. And it's alright to be that way. 80 hours of work a week, I don't complain, I like to do my thing. I do a good job, but still they think bigger is better, but I say it stinks. And it's alright if you can change. And it's alright to be that way. If you can change, you're better off. If you can change, you won't lose it at all. If you can change, you'll kiss your passion goodbye. Maybe you're wrong, but maybe you're right. If you can change, and it's alright to be that way. The road I'm on has so many turns. One thing I know, one thing I've learned, you never know where it's going to go. You just wait for a sign, they'll let you know. And it's alright if you can change. And it's alright to be that way.
Well, hello, Becky. What's all this?
I'm going into the flower business.
Did you grow all these yourself?
Yep, they're fresh from my garden.
Well, then I'd better take that pretty one right there for Mrs. Ferris. How much do I owe you?
$5. Thank you, Mr. Ferris.
How long have you been doing this?
I'm just getting started. I'll be digging and dividing my bulbs in a month, and we'll put in additional nursery stock pretty soon.
Really? I don't suppose you have your plans down on paper.
Well, we could do that.
Carl, why didn't you tell me you were starting a nursery? What's it called?
Becky's garden.
Well, I can't commit to anything until I see your plans on paper, but adding this to your cash flow just might be a positive. In fact, there are some startup business loans geared towards women.
Well, that's good news.
Looks like there won't be a sale at your place after all, Pitney. I can wait.
Come by the bank tomorrow, both of you. We'll crunch some numbers. Good luck on Becky's garden. Great idea.
God's plan.
but a hired hand can put the bill to buy my land.
Makes me glad and kind with sadness, chance for our child.
To live a life of give and take, technology might be his break. I hope he learns from our mistakes so he can keep